So today in my video, I'm going to be going over possible landing spots for Aaron Rodgers or just teams that need a quarterback. Now, that doesn't mean every team that needs a quarterback. It's just the ones that Aaron Rodgers could go to. So up first, we have the Dolphins. First thing I wanted to mention is that Aaron Rodgers always wanted to be near California, Florida, somewhere with nice weather, and I don't know if that's the case, but I know he wanted to live closer to his wife, which I think she's in California, and living more down south, or going to a team that's maybe the Dolphins or the Buccaneers. That'll be, I think, more helpful for him to live closer to his family. But let's get on talking about him and the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a great team. They have a good defense, a good O-line. They have good running back, mediocre running backs, I would say. And to be quite honest, I don't think Tua is the answer for Miami. And Miami is one of those teams that do have cap space to get Aaron Rodgers. And they also have a chance of picking up Davante Adams as well, considering those two do work together as well as them having Jalen Waddle as on the team. The next team I'm actually kind of hesitant about, even though it does seem like a likely landing spot for Aaron Rodgers, and that is the Denver Broncos. Yeah, I know there's a lot of young talent on that team. I think that's a team in California. I'm sorry, I don't know my cities really well, but that's definitely looks like it could be a good landing spot for Aaron Rodgers, but here, let me explain. Think about the competition in that division. They have Derek Carr, they got Justin Herbert, and they have Patrick Mahomes. 3 young, good quarterbacks that have good teams around him. Maybe not the Raiders, but they're definitely going to improve. And if you put Aaron Rodgers in that scenario on that team, he's probably not going to win as much games as if he went to some of the other teams that are going to be on this list. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of just bright players on there. There's a lot of good players on there. The receivers are pretty good. The tight end is pretty good. The running backs are good. It does seem like a good landing spot for Aaron Rodgers. But with so much competition down there, the question is, does he actually want to go to a team with that big of a competition playing against 3 good quarterbacks 6 times a year? Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 of my teams on this list, including this and the Buccaneers, are teams with their quarterbacks retiring. Of course, the Buccaneers being Tom Brady. Like Denver, the Steelers are a very young team, and they have a lot of good players on there, including Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Pat Freiermuth. They got Najee Harris. They have a pretty solid defense as well. Considering they are a winning team with Ben Roethlisberger, it will help if Aaron Rodgers did go to that team, even without Davante Adams. And I also feel like it would be good, considering 2 of the Watt brothers are on there, and they're both Wisconsin natives, and they would love to see Aaron Rodgers come to that team. And since I mentioned this team before, I'll talk about it now. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, if Aaron Rodgers does decide to come to this team, this rises to the question, will Rob Gronkowski come back and play for the Buccaneers? Now, this doesn't mean that Rob Gronkowski will come to the Buccaneers, but it could mean that he could come to them because they're going to be a Super Bowl contending team with Aaron Rodgers now being on that team. Sure, they lost Antonio Brown, but they still have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I think Mike Evans now had 6 straight seasons with over 1,000+ yards. I'm not sure if he got over 1,000 yards this season, but I'm pretty sure he did. And I know the Buccaneers have kept the same team for a couple of years, so I'm assuming they're definitely going to be making a couple of trades this off-season. To who, I don't know, but it could be to Green Bay. Next up, we have the Colts. Now, they have a few good offensive weapons on that team. I'm not a big fan compared to some of the other teams on this list, but overall, they have a generally good team. They have a solid O-line and a solid defense. And, of course, we have Jonathan Taylor, who played for Wisconsin. And they're an amazing team. All they need is really a solid quarterback. And I think they just missed the playoffs this season. Yeah, they did. The Colts are definitely one of those teams that are just a quarterback away from being an amazing team. Maybe not winning the Super Bowl, but definitely going far. Maybe it's not the most ideal place for Aaron Rodgers, but it definitely is a potential. Next up, some of you are wondering why I didn't mention this team sooner. It is the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are already Super Bowl contending teams as is, and Aaron Rodgers has always said since even before he got drafted that he wanted to go to San Francisco. San Francisco also has one of the best running back, wide receiver, tight end trios in the league, as well as having a top 5 defense. And they have other pretty decent receivers too, like Brandon Ayuk. Now, if they could maybe trade away Jimmy Garoppolo and get Aaron Rodgers on the team with Trey Lance as backup, that would be really good for them because it'll help Trey Lance get better for when Aaron Rodgers retires, as well as win them a couple of Super Bowls. Another team, it's not really like a hot landing spot, but it's a team that they could trade quarterbacks. It's the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson has voiced his opinion or voiced his statement that he is really not content or whatever, that he's just not happy being in Seattle right now. I'm pretty sure both him and Rodgers have both been to 2 Super Bowls and only won 1, but Russell Wilson is a bit younger. Now, I'm not for sure, but if they do trade Aaron Rodgers for Russell Wilson, they will be able to. I believe Russell Wilson does cost less. So if they do trade for him, I believe they could still sign Davante Adams to Green Bay for him being the highest paid receiver in the league. I think that's what he wants. Davante Adams, I'm not sure. I know he definitely wants to get paid more. Now, this last team is also not really a potential landing spot for Aaron Rodgers. It's just a team that I thought of that Aaron Rodgers could be useful for that team. And this is the Carolina Panthers. They have some good receivers like Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Now, I don't think they have the brightest O-line in defense, but I do know they have CMC on that team. But picking up a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers would definitely make them a winning team. The chances of this, it's really unlikely compared to some of the other teams. But if all things do come to worst, I feel like could go to Carolina, but like I said, it's very unlikely this would happen. But these are just my opinions. Let me know in the comments if Aaron Rodgers does leave, where you guys think he would go. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and GP out.